Hello, everyone, and welcome to another installment of Mr. Minnick's Math Modules. Today we're going to talk about a French person. Believe it or not, it's a French man who gave us a way to plot points in two dimensions. The title is called the Cartesian Coordinate System, or plane. Okay. Some people will refer to this as the Cartesian coordinate plane. If you start plotting points and identifying different components or parts of this, sometimes it's called a system because of the way that the points are plotted and labeled. All right. So let's start with the name. I said it's somebody French. Cartesian doesn't sound French. Well, Cartesian's not French, okay? However, the person who's responsible for this is Rene. I'm not sure where the accent is. It's Descartes, and I know that's not the right way to pronounce it. It's Descartes, okay? Rene Descartes, quoted as saying, "I think, therefore I am." But anyway, that's who's responsible for giving us this plane. It's two dimensions. And if we look in this dimension, this horizontal dimension, this is a horizontal axis. Usually if we're making a scatter plot, the independent variable goes along the x-axis. And in math, we like variables, and we call this the x-axis. Usually when we label it, we just put an x on it, but it is the x-axis. And if you notice, there are numbers along it. And technically, it is a number line. Okay? There really is a number line going on there. Okay? Similarly, if I take this and rotate it like so, we've got then the y-axis. And again, notice that it also has a number line. Okay. So, since it's a number line, there should be arrowheads on the end of it. And some people, I don't know if Descartes did this or who named it, but there's four regions or four zones, and they have special names, and some people, they see these funny words or these crazy words, and they say, "Oh, I can't do that." Well, it's not that bad. It's just a zone. You could call it Zone 1, but they don't call it Zone 1. They call it Quadrant 1. And instead of using the traditional number 1, the Arabic numeral 1, they use a Roman numeral 1. Okay? So each zone has a name. So that's Quadrant 1. This is why I like my smartboard. If I come over here, this one's the order that they go in, to me it makes sense. Okay? If you've ever taken a trigonometry class, it might make sense. The next one over is Quadrant 2. All right? And then the next one, and you might say, well, why is that the next one? Well, let me undo what I did. I have no idea what just happened there. So then the next one here, we drop down to here in this zone. Down here, my smartboard and I are not seeing eye to eye right now. So down here isn't Quadrant 1 anymore, it's Quadrant 3. And then finally off to the bottom right corner, or the bottom right zone, is called Quadrant 4. And again, they use Roman numerals here. Okay? Quadrants 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay? So, one more thing that we probably ought to talk about in this Cartesian coordinate planar system is the idea of a coordinate. A coordinate has an ordered pair. When they say ordered, it means something comes first and something follows it. What comes first is alphabetically x and then a y. All right? So any point chosen at random in this plane, let's suppose it's that point there, has a coordinate. It has an x component and a y component. Now, if you look at the number line and you interpret the number line, let's do that. Let's think about this number line. So, along the x-axis, here's 0, here's -1, here's -2, here's -3. Okay, so we could kind of go 3 units across from there. So the x-coordinate of that particular point, is -3. So in parentheses, we would say that point has coordinates -3 something. The y-coordinate is how many units this travels along the y-axis. Well, here's 0, here's 1, here's 2. So if we went over here, we go up 2. So the y-coordinate there is 2. So that particular point has coordinates -3, 2. The final thing here in this module is the signs in quadrant 1 are always positive. The signs in quadrant 3 are always both negative. Quadrant 2, you might see from our point here, the signs are negative and positive. And in quadrant 4, the signs are positive and negative. Okay? So if you're ever asked about the Cartesian coordinate plane, hopefully this module gets you going in the right direction. And there is one final thing I almost forgot. This point has coordinates 0, 0. But the point is often labeled with an O. And that's not a 0. That's an O. And it stands for its name. It's the origin. So whenever you see an O, that doesn't mean 0. It's the letter O indicating that that point, that center, if you would, is the origin. So it's been real. It's been fun. I hope hopefully this math module gets you going in the right direction with the coordinate plane. Have a great day.